Joining me is Liberal Senator Holly Hughes, who herself has an autistic son. Senator Hughes, look, I know this is a difficult issue for you as well, but Scott Morrison said he was blessed to have two daughters who did not have to go through what the other family was going through. When you heard that, did you take offence?
I have to be honest, Andrew, I was watching the debate. It just did not even register with me at all. Jenny and Scott tried for 14 years to have their children, and I know they see their girls as absolute blessings, as all of us see our children as blessings. I have 3 children. My middle one has autism. I took no offence whatsoever. I know what Scott's intent was, and it was to recognise the additional challenges that parents of a special needs child that they face. You know, it is more difficult to parent a special needs child. There are additional challenges that go with it. I know within the autism community, a couple of mums that I know, we refer to it as a master's level of parenting because there's so much unknown, but so many additional things that go along with it that do make things a little bit different from a family who have children without a disability. But to suggest that somehow Scott had any ill intent is just ridiculous. But you and I know, between the Twitterati and the left, they will seize on anything they can to attack Scott. I've spoken to a number of people in the autistic community today, and they all recognise, look, was it the best use of word? No. But did he have ill intent? Absolutely not. So I think this faux outrage that we're seeing is really from the usual suspects, but it is absolutely ridiculous in my view.
Look, I think you put it really well, and I thought the Prime Minister put it really well. I heard, in fact, a man with autism ring up Melbourne ABC Radio, which was going off on this issue, you know, the terrible Prime Minister, and said, look, I didn't take offence. You know, I didn't take offence. It is difficult, and I wish I didn't have it. I didn't take offence. Now, the thing is,
I got a 14-year-old daughter, Andrew. I've got to tell you, some days I don't feel so blessed with that either. So, you know, I think we've all been there with our kids that, you know, yes, they're all blessings, but they all come with their own special challenges.
Well, yeah, absolutely. My wife must feel blessed to have me as a husband, but I know sometimes
clearly
that's not quite how she does feel. I shouldn't have said that. I'm not going to. Oh, I'm going to get a frosty reception after this. But the thing is, look, it is a serious issue, more serious than that. But do you think other parents of autistic children took genuine offence?
No, I don't think so at all. I think other parents of autistic children know that we've just concluded the first ever inquiry into the whole of life of autistics and their families. It's a 400-page report from a 2-year review where this Senate Select Committee that I chaired made 81 recommendations. And there's a number of those recommendations that there's plenty to be angry about. We have a higher suicide rate in the autistic community than any other cohort. Within the disability unemployment rate, the highest is those with autism. We know kids aren't being supported in their educational environments appropriately. And again, that's something that's not funded by the NDIS because it still falls to the states. We know our kids fall through the cracks between the NDIS and what the states are supposed to support our kids with. There's lots to be angry about. Being angry about use of the word blessed is quite frankly a waste of everyone's time, effort and energy. And maybe Pat Carvelis and her little mates want to go and read the recommendations, and I'm more than happy to speak to them about some of the stuff we can truly be outraged about.
Well, I know it was a scandal, and I was talking about it at the time, a decade ago, maybe only a decade ago, maybe it was a little more, that the early intervention programs, and they make such a difference, you know, right in those first years, we didn't have them, not anywhere near enough. So I'm glad that is slowly being tackled. But Holly Hughes, one more thing before you go. You got Labor in the media also going for another Liberal candidate, Catherine Dees, fighting to stop trans women and girls competing against women and girls who are born female. And to be honest, she used, I think, brutal language in doing it, for which she's apologised. I got that. But you're on the left of the party. Dee's obviously, I would assume, is on the right. Do you support her?
Well, let me just correct the positioning there. I'm in the centre-right, and Catherine Deves was actually supported by the moderates or the left. So, yeah, you've actually got that one round the wrong way. But what she did say was, I think, a use of language that was appalling. She has apologised for it. She has deleted the social media posts. The fact that Zali Steggall has accused every parent who expresses concerns about trans girls entering their daughter's change room or playing sport against them, that they are transphobic, I think reflects even more poorly on Zali Steggall. Ms Deves, I've never actually personally met her, but she is our candidate for Warringah. The seat should come back to the Liberal Party. Zali Steggall is an absolute disgrace. I think she wants us to eat microplastic pieces now, or some other ridiculous notion that she's got. She's absolutely not servicing the people of Warringah and looking after them in the Parliament, and we can see that for her voting record, consistently voting with Labor. So I wish Ms Deves all the best. I hope she wins the seat. And it is a discussion that is complicated and as challenging as it can be. It's certainly one that we need to have.
We need to have it with far more respect and temperance than Catherine Deves has suggested. But I think she's on an issue that a lot of people do feel, well, there is something to be discussed here. Holly Hughes, thank you so much. And I'm so sorry to use the word left against you. How terrible. I hope you forgive that insult.
How outrageous, Andrew.
And I must
You're in trouble with your wife and me now.
I know. I'm going to make this show last till midnight. That's the only safest thing. Don't leave the studio. Thank you very much.